Hey, in today's video, I am going to show you how to do surface single crochet, which is what we use here on my new Addie the Axolotl pattern. And I'll show you a surface slip stitch, although you only end up using it, I think, once or twice in this pattern. It's pretty simple, but this technique can be a little bit tricky at first. So let's get into it. So what you're going to want to do is create a slip knot. And then, but instead of putting the slip knot on your hook, you're going to grab your piece. And then if you're doing the axolotl pattern, you will have marked where you're starting. On this sample, I'm just going to start somewhere in the middle on the back. And you're going to insert your hook between rows. And you can actually do this in either direction. So you can go through the stitches horizontally, or in the case of the axolotl pattern, you're going to go vertically. So you're pulling up between this row. So then you're going to grab your slip knot and pull it through. And this is the point where you're going to tighten it down. Now you just do a chain 1 to secure. And then if you're going to go horizontally, you would do the same thing. You're going to go in between the stitches, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, single crochet. And you can just repeat that as many times as you like. Now to do a slip stitch, it's the exact same process. You're going to go under or between the stitches, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the same loop. This technique actually applies to all the kinds of basic stitches, so you could even do like a half double crochet if you yarn over first, pull up a loop, and yarn over, pull through all three. So that's how you do it horizontally. It is a little bit easier to work horizontally because you've already got, kind of a guide of where you're going. If you were working on Addie the Axolotl, you're going to be working straight down the back. So I recommend using pins and placing them so you can get as straight a line as possible. But what you're going to do is, here, we'll go back to the start of this. Okay, so we're back to our initial chain 1. So we're going to work down the back. And because your rows, like your single crochet, aren't perfectly in line, what I recommend doing is doing kind of a zigzag to keep things straight. So let's see if I can, okay. So you're gonna go between the stitches, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, single crochet. So if you see, I went a little bit to the left with this stitch. So now I'm going to go just a little bit to the right. And then the next one, go a little bit to the left. And a little to the right. You get the idea. But the result is actually pretty straight. So if you're working on the axolotl, you will be doing this starting from, I believe, round 25 or 26, and working all the way down to the very tip of the tail. And then, just for a heads up, you would treat this like a regular base row. So say chain 1, turn, and then you can work into these stitches as normal. And this is really great because you can do all sorts of things with this for amigurumi. You can create wings, you can do any sort of like feather detailing. If you've ever seen my sugar bee pattern, I created the black stripes using surface slip stitch, I believe. And yeah, I hope you guys found this video helpful. Thank you so much, and I'll see y'all next time.